Good morning, everybody. Welcome into Spirit of Life Alchemy. Today is Monday, the 1st of April 2024, and this is your morning message tarot reading. So, we have some astrology. The big news today is that Mercury turns retrograde in Aries for the next 25 days. So, that's a big energy. I am doing a free private group on Facebook. Picking a card each day of Mercury retrograde, and then from that tarot card doing a guided meditation. It's going to be posted, each day is going to be posted in advance, so you can do it at your leisure. We're getting quite a nice little gang of people signing up for that, but if you feel drawn to it, more the merrier. Each Friday there will be a live Zoom Q&A. For anybody that's got stuff coming up or has got questions to ask, or wants to feedback on sort of how it's going for them, that will happen. It won't be recorded, just because I want it to keep it a safe space, and I want people to be able to, feel safe enough to talk and say sort of what they want to say. So yeah, if you are interested in that, if you send me a friend request at my Facebook page below, and just a little message saying that you want to sign up for this free Mercury return little group I'm doing. Mercury in Aries is all about our sense of self and I am, our right to exist, our sovereignty, being in our power, how we communicate from our place of power. And it really feels with Mercury going retrograde in Aries, it's a bit of a deep dive to connect to our soul. So if you do want to sign up, just send me a friend request at Sarah Robinson on Facebook. You'll recognise my picture. So besides Mercury retrograde, we've got the moon starting off the day in Sagittarius. This is from the UK. We're now on British summertime, so it may be slightly different from where you are in your time zone. So, but for us in the UK, we've got the moon starting off the day in Sagittarius. It's going to form a square to Neptune in Pisces before moving into Capricorn, and then forming a sextile to Mars in Pisces. So expansion and broadening spiritual awareness and building up our spiritual warrior energy. That's the moon connecting to Mars in Pisces. And then that Mercury retrograde, we've got 3.5 weeks of exploring who we are, connecting to our I am. So let's do some cards and see what the cards want to tell us about the energy. I will be doing a Goliath shadow reading for Mercury retrograde. So even if you're not joining us, you can see what the energies are going to be for the next 3.5 weeks around that Mercury retrograding. So let's have Wisdom of the Oracle deck. Let's also have it's Monday. Let's have some Mystic Mondays, and let's see, what do we need to know? What do we need to know for Monday, the 1st of April 2024? Messages from Spirit, please, for the collective. What help, advice, support and guidance can Spirit give the collective to help us navigate today's energies for our highest and greatest good? Okay, what do we need to know? Okay, so at the bottom, all that glitters. We've got co-create under there, I'm noticing. Higher power. And between worlds. Okay, so all that glitters, we can get caught up being attracted to the 3D, the shiny things. But I think sort of with this Mercury retrograde, we're actually being called, it says it's higher powers going higher, but I also think that's also going deeper, connecting into our higher self, but also connecting into and reconnecting in with our soul and embodying our soul. And so between worlds, it feels like we are between worlds. This Mercury retrograde offers us an opportunity to connect deeper to who we are and our sense of self at a soul level. Okay, so I can't actually remember if I showed you those cards anyway. So all that glitters, higher power, and between worlds. So that's our oracles. Let's do some tarot. See what we need to know. We've got the Queen of Cups on the bottom. Let's see. Okay, what do we need to know for Monday, the 1st of April? Can you believe we're in April already? 2024. Messages from Spirit, please, for the collective. What help, advice, support and guidance can Spirit give the collective to help us navigate today's energies for our highest and greatest good? Okay, I'm just looking. I thought, yeah, that's a second. Just bear with me a moment. 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that's like. Excuse me. Just, I thought the waning half moon was actually on the 1st, and I've just looked, and it's actually on the 2nd. It's like that. I was convinced I'd seen it. That it was today. But then when I've done the astrology, it's not actually saying that. So, Mercury retrograde. Okay, so let's see, where are we? Oh, we've got the 5 of Pentacles. We've got the Wheel of Fortune. We've got the King of Swords. We've got the Empress. And we've got the Hanged Man, who's been showing, or the Hanged Woman in this deck, who's been showing up rather a lot just recently. Okay, we've got the 5 of Cups, we've got the 9 of Wands, and we've got the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles has been showing up a lot with the Empress. Okay, underneath we've got the 9 of Pentacles. Oh, we've got the 9 of Swords, the Tower, the 4 of Cups, the 8 of Pentacles, the 10 of Wands, and the Ace of Swords. Okay, so this feels like it's showing us a bit of the journey of Mercury retrograde here. Okay, tied in with eclipse season. Okay, so where we find ourselves, 5 of Pentacles, the card of lack. Okay, the card of we sit there and we look outwards and we compare ourselves to everybody and everything else, and all we see is what everybody else has and we don't have. Okay, so for me, the message of the 5 of Pentacles is to turn our attention inwards to our heart and connect to our love, our joy, our abundance, and see how much of all the important stuff we do have. Often when we're comparing ourselves to people in the outer world, you know, it's the things that we see they have that we don't have, that gives us that sense of lack. Actually go inwards, connect to the abundance of your heart and see that, you know, you have everything and allow that energy to ripple out. Okay, because then it comes back, bringing all that lovely stuff back to you. Okay, the energy that's leaving, that's moving into the past. We've got the Wheel of Fortune. So there's been change. Okay, divine timing, as always. Everything happens when it's meant to happen. Okay, so you may be being shown where you feel that lack of self, where you feel that you're not enough, where you feel that you're not in your power. Okay, showing you the themes of, you know, what you need to work on during Mercury retrograde. What are the themes that are coming up for you to see? Okay, so beneath our foundation, okay, we've got the King of Swords here, Cardinal Air. This is Libra energy. Okay, so it's about finding that balance. It's about justice. It's about balancing the scales and karmic readjustment. It's about fairness. And although the King of Swords can be quite cold, cool, calculated, you know, he's very fair. You know, it's the sword of truth and the law and, you know, what's right. But what I'm also getting from here is the Libra energy. So we're halfway between the full moon lunar eclipse that was in Libra on the 25th and the new moon solar eclipse, which is in Aries, where Mercury is retrograding, and that's happening on the 8th. So I think sort of that is incredibly tied in with this Mercury retrograde. Okay, the full moon lunar eclipse has exposed where we give our power away. The Mercury retrograde and the new moon solar eclipse in Aries are chances for us to look at that and to sort of let go of the things that disempower us, how we disempower ourselves, and reclaim our power, reclaim our sovereignty. Okay, and I think that is sort of very much that's where we're coming from. That's our foundation. What we're going towards is the Empress, so the divine feminine, our creativity, our fertility, the unconditional love for ourselves, I would say, and all the abundance in our life. Okay, when we come back to ourselves, when we come back to our soul connection to ourselves, when we come back to that deep communication with who we are at a soul level, soul work is working with the divine feminine. It's going downwards, it's going deep into who we are. We're being guided. The message from Spirit is to go deeper, go deep, go deep or go home. Okay. And then we're moving into, we've been hearing the hanged person energy for the last few days, I think. The hanged man, hanged woman, hanged person, we're being asked to look at things from a different perspective. We're being asked to pause, to be stationary. And again, as Mercury comes to station, either retrograde or direct, or any planet, they appear to really slow down. They also appear to go retrograde in the sky and go backwards in the sky. It's just from our perspective here on Earth, but they're not really. But from our earthbound perspective, it looks like the planet's retrograde. But they slow down to the point of being stationary. Okay, that's a portal. And then they slowly start moving in the opposite, or appear to be moving in the opposite direction. Okay, this is the portal where we are. And it's a chance to look at things from a different perspective. Okay, so the clarifiers. We've got the Five of Cups here. So the Five of Cups, it's about disappointment, it's about regret. I would even say going as far as things like shame and guilt and grief. Okay, I think because the Mercury is retrograded in Aries in our sense of self, we're being asked to look at all those emotions that keep us separate from our sense of self, where we hold on to guilt, where we hold on to shame, where we hold on to grief, where we hold on to regret, disappointment. You know, where do we hold on to those energies? Okay, we're going to get a chance to examine that. Okay, then we've got the Nine of Wands. So it's going to make us feel vulnerable. We're going to stand in our vulnerability, and that's good. Okay, because as we stand in our vulnerability, without putting our guard up, we get a real chance to look at ourselves and to get comfortable with those uncomfortable feelings. I will just say that's why it's good to do these things in a group. Hint, hint, it's free. But yeah, the support and the synergy of energies of working in a group for these types of things, you know, sort of everybody creates together, and you're supported in your vulnerability and things like that. Okay, so and then we've got the Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Divine Timing, of Velvet Waiting, as Gemstone Tarot calls her. She's the Earth Mother. She nurtures us. She nurtures us in our vulnerability. Unconditional love. When I pulled El Goliath card for the group I'm running, the card that was offered to us was the Ace of Cups. It's a journey of learning to love yourself. Okay, the Queen of Pentacles, fixed earth, Taurus energy. Taurus is self-love, self-worth, coming back into our bodies and our deservability and our senses. Okay, not being distracted by all that glitters, all the shiny things out there. The real treasure is in here. Okay, and that's what we're going to be connecting to. Okay, so as I said before, the Empress and the Queen of Pentacles, they've been showing up quite a bit just recently for me. And I just feel that is a big energy of this Mercury retrograde. Even though it's in Aries and Mars rules Aries, Mars is actually having a bit of a rest and kick back at the moment, becoming the spiritual warrior before he steps into Aries on the 30th of April. So there's this big spiritual energy connected to all of this. I mean, it's just such a great opportunity. Whether you're working on your own or whatever, it's an opportunity not to be missed to work consciously with this Mercury retrograde. So that's what's going on consciously. When we dive down into the subconscious, first card, Nine of Pentacles, independence, self-worth, self-confidence, knowing who you are and that you can do it and you can access all the abundance and all the wonderful things and reap your harvest on your own. You don't have to rely on codependency. You don't have to, you know, beholden to others. You have it all within you to do whatever, to have your sovereignty in everything. Okay, we just need to get over our anxieties and our fears. The Five of Cups, those guilts, shames, griefs, disappointments, regrets, letting it all go. So we've gotten 3 nines here, actually, I've just realised. Letting all the anxieties go and standing in your vulnerability so that you can connect to your confidence and independence. Okay, as we let go of all the anxieties and the negative emotions and things, it's a tower moment. It all collapses away, the old paradigm. And again, we stand there in our vulnerability and we get a chance to consider how we want to rebuild. What's the new story? What's the new narrative? Who are you now? Okay, with the Four of Cups, which in this this deck, it's about the stillness and the meditation. As we do that, as we come to meditation, come to stillness, we access the Ace of Cups from the divine. Okay, and that love flows through us again, this is another card that just ties in so well with sort of where we are, where we're beginning with this private Facebook group. So if you're curious, come and join us. Okay, it's the work we're here to do at the moment. We're creating the masterpiece of our life. And that involves, you know, getting rid of the superficial and the stuff that holds us back, and the conditioning and the expectations and the grooming of the roles that you've been expected to play. And we all, from our families and everything, you know, we've all been groomed into who we should be, who they think we should be. And we have this opportunity to dig down into the treasure of who we truly are and connect to that. Okay, and in doing that, we release the burdens, the 10 of Wands, let go of everybody else's stuff, come back to ourselves and find that Ace of Wands. Okay, that inspiration and spark and fire for ourselves. Starts off with an epiphany, the Ace of Swords here, and especially with the Tower, you know, suddenly the blinkers are taken off of our eyes and we can see. So let's just have an Art of the Sacred Wheel card. Okay, when I finish this reading, I will be doing the Mercury retrograde reading. Okay, so yeah, giving you an idea of the energies that are playing out for this Mercury retrograde. Anyway, just doing this. So what do we need to know for Monday the 1st of April 2024? Messages from Spirit, please, for the collective. What help, advice, support and guidance can Spirit give the collective to help us navigate today's energies for our highest and greatest good? Ooh, this one at the bottom. Number 11, trust. A call to embodiment. A call to embody yourself. Coming back to yourself. Coming back and connecting in with your soul. If you want to. Okay, so that's the reading for today. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope it's, as always, I've hoped it's resonated for you. If it has, please do like, share, subscribe to the channel. Click on the wiggly bell wherever it is. Oh, it's down here these days, isn't it? If you want notifications of when I'm releasing readings. If you like a personal reading, then email me at the email address below the video in the descriptions box. Have a wonderful day. And until tomorrow, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for watching.